Hi, I'm Jean Rourke. I'm Communications Coordinator for the Mansfield-Richland County Public Library. I've been here for a long time, and as an artist, when I saw the blank area, that blank wall that came about when we did the renovation of the first floor, it screamed mural to me. So knowing that murals have become a thing in the downtown area, but we also have murals at some of our other locations, it just seemed like the best thing to do for that big empty canvas.
Hello, my name is Ruthie, Ogechinyere Akuchie. I'm a Nigerian American artist, and I was born in Ohio. I was raised in Mansfield. I've been going to the library since I was like 6, 7 years old. My mom would take us to the library every weekend, and we get cassette tapes. Remember cassette tapes? And listen to those, and we get DVDs and have a great weekend. So to me, I go way back for the library. I mean, I've ridden my bike there, gone with my friends, and done events. They have all kinds of events. So for me, I wanted to include people like myself in the library, diversity.
Hi, my name is Luke Beekman. I'm with SignSpring Group and Mankind Murals. I was contacted by the Mansfield-Richland County Public Library to help create a mural. I have this fond memory of the library as a kid. And my mom is a librarian at the middle school at Crestview. So she actually took on the profession of a librarian when I was growing up. But my fond memory of the library is the fact that to me as a kid it was so big, and we went to multiple of the branches in the community, to Lexington and Ontario and Madison, and every time we were in Mansfield we knew we were going to the big library. It was the big library, and it was so magnificent. The big stairs and just having all of these entertainment options. It was really cool, and it was a really great memory for me and my sister as a child. Having a mural that was supposed to represent the library was actually a very big responsibility. So I knew I had to contact an artist that was very well versed in multiple mediums and also really had a heart for this sort of work of representing people. I knew that Ruthie would do a phenomenal job with her artwork.
People of all types, because for some reason Mansfield is a very diverse place with all types of people, so I wanted to include that in the mural for sure. Telling the past, present, and the future that the library was going to be.
We wanted to include some of the history of the library because we have such a rich history, but we are moving forward. We're moving forward with a basis in our past.
Hi, my name is Jason Schlechty. I'm the Sherman Room Librarian here at the Mansfield-Richland County Public Library. Mansfield Library Association was organized in November of 1857. I was given the third floor of the ZS Stocking Building on the corner of North Main and 4th Streets, where the Richard Carousel Park now sits. After the Civil War, the Library Association was once again created. It was located in the core house until 1889, when it was moved to the newly constructed Soldiers and Sailors Building. In 1901, Miss Margaret Mercer became the head librarian, and in 1903, she went to New York to meet with James Bertram, Andrew Carnegie's secretary. In 1903, Carnegie awarded a grant for $35,000 for the construction of a new library here in Mansfield. That took almost 2 years for a location to be secured. Then in January 1905, the site of the Grace Episcopal Church was chosen. A few months later, the library board selected Vernon Redding as architect for the new library. And the new library was dedicated on December 19th, 1908. There were additions made in 1950 and 1989. The 1950 edition added footage to the back of the library and removed the steps in the front of the library, allowing access to the first floor. In 1989, the extensions were added to the east and west of the building, nearly tripling the size of the library.
Public libraries are always representative of their community, so over the years we have always tried to be responsive to what our community needs from the very beginning of the library to now. And so those needs have changed over the years, and we have tried to change with them. So we've had pictures that we've loaned, we have had LPs, DVDs, we've had VHS, we've had all sorts of things, and now we have even a broader range of items that people can check out. So we're really trying to stay current with what our customers need.
I think the library's doing really well, especially in 2019, where you can read a lot online. There are a lot of YouTube videos that read books to kids now. There's just a lot to occupy people these days and lots of resources, and yet the library is doing really well at bringing people in. I think a lot of the stuff that's helping is a sense of community for events, like especially the Black History Month event at the library is probably one of the best events that they ever have. It goes on for like 3 or 4 days, and they've got art and music and food and culture and lessons, all kinds of stuff like that. But I think there's just this feeling of going into a library that can't really be replaced. Like when you're a child, the children's section looks huge. You're like, whoa. You're going to this grand place, but when you're bigger, it's like, oh, this is really small. It's not the same feeling. But I do remember in the 90s, you could go to this section. It was like one of those turning stands, and there were stacks of read-along books with cassette tapes, and you could actually sit right in front of that turning wheel stack, and you could plug in your headphones, and you could have it read the book to you right there in the library. And there was like sound effects, and you could flip the pages, and they came in these little Ziploc baggies. And that was really great for me because I actually have dyslexia, and I just hated reading all growing up. I was really afraid when I was little that I was going to be held back. I was like always scared, like I'm not going to do it, I'm going to be held back, I was so scared. So I just hated reading. I hated, in the 90s, hooked on phonics. This was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. But one of the best things was having like read-aloud books at the library, and I would just follow along. I remember there was Sesame Street, and Big Bird was talking. She was pretty great. I love Big Bird. I feel like it's because of nostalgia. It is one of the biggest libraries in Richland County and the surrounding areas.
We wanted the mural to be a reflection of the library and the community, not just now but over the years. So we wanted to show the past and the things that we had done earlier, and we wanted to show present, what we're doing now, and we wanted to show what possibilities there might be for the future. I think we've caught all of those in a really wonderful, graphic, simple but entertaining way.
One of the things that Ruthie decided to do was to go full digital. And with the medium of being a reproduction, I knew that Lynn's SignSpring group with the Banner Friend Classic would be a perfect way for us to actually install a mural project. We're able to tension that banner vinyl, and with the SignSpring technology, essentially make it very easy to install and change out. And in that digital reproduction on banner vinyl, actually I'm really excited to see something like that up close to really make an awesome impression. Working with the library was really amazing. They were very open to Ruthie's creativity, her creative direction, and they also had a very clear vision as well as to how they could implement the symbol of the library into art. And I felt like that sort of grasp is visionary, and we're lucky to have such a visionary library.
My name is Chris May. I'm the director of the Mansfield-Richland County Public Library. Recently, we've worked on a lot of new projects, such as working on our first floor lobby earlier this year, making it more inviting, adding more color to the space. We've done the same thing recently with the audiovisual department, adding self-check, some new technology, again adding some color to the space, making it more welcoming, but also keeping the traditional look of the Carnegie Library. And that's where this project came from, is we had an open space at the entrance to the library, and we wanted something that was welcoming, something with some color that showed where the library has been, where it is currently, and where it's going to be in the future. We're looking at a lot of different things in the future as well. We're looking at things such as improving services and expanding services. We've done a lot with our buildings over the last 5 years, a lot of renovations, a lot of adding new technology and more welcoming spaces, but we want to look more at services as well. We want to do things such as 3D printing. We want to do things such as passport service. We want to give people the option to come to the library to do things that they might not have thought they could do with the library in the past. The library recognizes its importance in this community, and that goes beyond these walls. While we celebrate what's within these walls, we want to go out and hit some of the areas that might not have had services in the past. We're doing a lot of things in the northern part of the county, little free libraries where people can pick up free books. We'll be doing a vending unit at the YMCA here in Mansfield pretty soon. We want to hit some of those areas. We want to not only be a cornerstone of the community, we want that to branch out as well. So wherever you're at in the county, there are library services nearby.
Very excited to be working on this because it's like I've grown up going to the library and the library's been going for so long. So hopefully, like the stained glass and all the old things that are in the library that have been there for so long, my painting, this mural that we worked on together, can be there for a very long time. And like even when I'm gone, like a piece of me is still in Mansfield, still in the library. And it's kind of cool to think about like kids will be seeing this mural in the library for a long time. I tried because all kinds of people come into the library. I know for sure that there are going to be all kinds of people going like, that's me going into the library, that's me when I was at the library looking at the different people in the mural itself. Different ages too. So I have very young and very old. They're all welcome in the library.